takes some getting used to.
So you guys have mission accomplished.
Thank you.
You've got the caliber set and people, you know, clamoring to come and get in and stay and hang. I think it's brilliant and great way to songwrite and create music, and I'm inspired.
Thank you.
Completely awesome. It's just saying, like, if you want to make something happen, make it happen.
Yeah.
We have
to create our own opportunities.
But they got the food and, you know, the donations. Just on a side note, the donations that you guys collect go to, what does Green Roots do?
Well, we collect money for different nonprofits. Our first one we did for the school he was teaching at, Anima Watts. We sent kids on the college tour all over Southern California for a week. They'd never been outside of Watts. It was amazing. We've raised money for the Rock and Roll Camp for Girls. The first all-girl rock camp in Los Angeles started this summer, for the Story Project, which is a literacy project in the inner city. So we try to give back to, because with all the budget cuts that have happened, I mean, he can tell you more about it. It's just been crazy, so we've been trying to just, it's been a happy marriage. Timing is everything. We can't take credit for anything. It's been...
No, I mean, and that's the thing that for me, kind of as a musician, I couldn't really put my foot on the gas pedal, because I was always thinking, okay, I love this, but is it going to help? How is it going to help change the world? And Angelique and I were talking one time, and it was just like, why don't we just give the proceeds to a charity? Because we're compassionate, and we want to do good, and people can have a great time, and it could be a networking event, and it could be a great positive show where there's great food and ambiance, and it's culturally eclectic, but it can also kind of make an impact at the same time. And that,
amen, man.
And that
so
kind of
great.
And that's the model that we started that way. Even in our homes, we were like, hey, collecting donations if anyone wanted to give, and it's just kind of stuck, because that's what our priorities are, and that's everybody who comes out, they like that. They like being a part of the music and and then giving too, like
Well, how can people give, and how can they find you guys? Do you have a website?
We have a website. Yes.
Let us know.
greenrootspresents.com. www.greenrootspresents.com. You can go there and you can get in touch with us that way. And you can also see some of the things we've done. You can see footage from all the other shows and photos and all the list of the artists that have played. We've just been so incredibly lucky and so blessed, and we can't, like I said, we can't take credit for this. It really is just about being in the right place at the right time and being open to the blessing, and so that's what we've been doing.
I feel it, and I feel the love tonight, and people do, and it was a room full of friends that are all really talented and supporting each other is great. So, and on that note, Mr. Davey G was one of our several acts tonight, one at a time. How many bands were you in tonight?
Oh my God.
2 or 3?
If John
West had been here, it would have been 3.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
How many bands are you in now, Mr. Davey G?
I tend to overextend myself musically.
No.
And
but name them.
No, I mean, like in the past 12-month period, I've performed. I've played with Bruno Mars as his keyboard player for a little while. Mateo, signed artist, John West, Monstro Flora, my Davey G project, and then a couple other like side indie projects. The People's Party.
You have to have at least a few.
And I'm kind of I'm trying to kind of pick the best stuff that my heart's into too. But I mean, it's a lot of the stuff has kind of been a part of the whole process of the Green Roots thing, where it's like we're there and somebody's playing and they're like, hey, come on up, and I'll play a song, and then it's like, oh,
band
hey.
is born.
And it's like, hey, I want to play for the next kind of, couple gigs I have, and it's been a real just, a great marriage of just everything,
but that's
everything else.
And it helps when you can't just go hire a band and hire a recording space, rehearsal space all the time. Anyway, it's great. So, and then you guys yourself, your Davey G project, I imagine, is your main thing, but
yeah, that's
pretty darn badass, my friend.
Hey,
really good.
Yeah. And usually, I usually goes later in the evening, and when after everybody's had a couple of drinks, that Latin number, everybody is salsa dancing all over the room. It's so fun.
Oh my God, you guys!
So fun. We've also been able to facilitate a lot of people meeting and doing stuff together. That's been really crazy. It's like we realized when we were dating, we're like, if we got everybody we knew in one room, do you even know the magic that would happen? And that's essentially what's happened. All these artists who didn't know each other, and it's like because we have these dinner parties before each showcase to kind of take the tradition from our house with the dinner party jam session to what we do now outside of the home. We keep the artist-only dinner. Before each event, we have an artist-only dinner. My brother cooks. And
chefs, cordon bleu chef.
He's a cordon bleu chef, and he comes
You guys kill me.
and
Couple.
everybody comes.
They're gonna rule the world eventually.
We were trying.
I'll just be
We're
like
good,
a friend.
we're good.
I'll be
Exactly.
like
But we have all the artists come, and it's, they come and they partake. Because I find that a lot of artists get on the same bill and they never even meet. They never even talk. They just go on, their set's over. So this is a way for them to touch base, get to know one another, talk. And you will be surprised at what's happened since then. I mean, I've seen Mona from Raining Jane is now doing stuff with Lucy Schwartz and Keaton Simons. Michael Blue saw him at a last thing, and they've had, a chance to touch base. And it's been some other things going on. We're just like, yay!
So sweet. And it's brilliant. Absolutely.
We got to stay connected. We'll only get farther if we stay connected. It's not about climbing over one another.
Amen, man. I loved what you said tonight, and that's so true. Yeah. About instead of stepping on top of people to get where you are, raise them up with you.
Yeah.
And you'll just be that much.
Yep.
No,
and it's strong. It's this town makes you think it's the opposite, that you have to be secretive, you have to hold it. You can't share. It's all yours. There's not enough. It lies to you, and we get caught in that trap, in that routine, and we don't realize that it's a lie. There's enough for everybody.
Well, and the product that comes out of it, and that's what we talk about a lot with our songwriters anyway. I mean, it's about, collab and, opening up to working with musicians and forming relationships and friendships and things like that. So we're all on the same page there, and it obviously works. So we really appreciate it. And Davey, how do people find your music, by the way?
You can check out just to stay in contact, Facebook,
Yes, sir.
Facebook /Davey G Project.
And
MySpace // I can't talk. Davey G Project. YouTube, same thing.
DAVEYG Project.com. He says.
Thank you. Thank you, Angelique, for that. No, we got it. We got it. Cool. So we're going to stay in touch, and then Green Roots, you guys are just absolutely, I need hugs.
I love it.
Thank you. A successful night. Thank
you, guys. So great collabing with you guys.
Yeah,
really.
and more
awesome.
to come. And more to come. So stay tuned for more from Michael Blue Studio. So for now, after a long night, I'm going to take the kid home to bed. Finally, you guys absolutely rocked it. We're done. Everybody, thank you so much. Kate signing off for now from Songwriters Vantage, Michael Blue Studio. Woohoo!
Even if I go away, how can I carry you with me?